Next morning, we showed up to the skijor event, had never seen a course, had never done it. They found a skier for me that was amazing. He was a junior Olympian, turned out. And our first day, we won day money, actually beat the sport time. This kid was an amazing skier. The horse knew what she was doing. I just hung on. And then at night, they do what's called a Calcutta, where they auction off the teams based on who they think is going to win the next day. And I didn't think anything of it. Our team went for $14,000.
Today on the We Share podcast, we're joined by Skijoring Queen, Gina Weymiller. She introduces us to the fascinating and fast-growing sport involving three athletes, the horse, the rider, and the skier. Welcome to the We Share podcast. I'm Julie.
I'm Alex.
We share ourselves and we provide a platform for others to share.
We believe everyone has a purpose and a story to tell.
And we're back on the We Share podcast. I'm Julie.
And I'm Alex.
And we have a very interesting guest that you have become such good friends with because you were brave.
I was brave and I got to know Gina Weymiller. She is the Skijoring Queen. And we're going to find out all about the sport and dive into that. But let's tell you a little bit more about her. She's a mother, a grandmother. She works full time for a tech company as a director, CRI Advantage, and helps them with their staffing. How she juggles this all, 3 horses, grandkids, a Shetland pony. We're going to find out all while building a barn dominium on 10 acres. So hailing from Alaska, Gina, welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much.
Busy woman, Gina. Okay, well, let's just start. You came from Alaska. Why Idaho?
My kids had moved here with a business. My son had a business building camping trailers, and he had moved here, and my other kids had already been out of the state. They're spread between Arizona and Cincinnati. And I was going through a divorce and it was like, there's nothing left. And I kind of done all the things Alaska, right? Done the fishing, the hunting, the camping, the traveling. I'd been to most of the villages up there. So it was just time to go.
Did you kill a bear?
No.
Okay.
No, I did not.
I've never killed a bear either.
No. My dad killed a bear and we had a rug of the bear.
I have a rule about eating what I kill
and you're not down to eat
bear.
No,
there's some worms.
And I love bears. I collect teddy bears, or I did when I was little, so I don't think I could.
Yeah. What was your favorite hunt then if you eat the meat?
I don't eat bear meat.
I know, but what other thing did you hunt that you would eat the meat?
Moose is real good if you do it right. Caribou is usually in rut, and they'll take off when you shoot them, or it depends on what you're hunting with. But and they're pretty gamey. But so moose is good. Yeah,
fish. A lot of fish, maybe.
A lot of fish.
Tons of fish. That's probably the main thing I miss about Alaska. Going out there, we'd put set nets out, catch your 65 fish limit, go home, sit on the beach while the set net does its work.
Can you even imagine?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's good. And so I go to Costco here and I see, $20 a pound. I'm like, there's no way.
I know, they're just they're raping us.
Yes, I just can't.
So you came down here to Idaho, and how did we get into horsing and skijoring?
So I've had horses since I was in my 30s probably, and in Alaska, but it doesn't make a lot of sense up there. It's expensive and cold. You can't ride most of the year, a lot of the year. And so I brought them down with me. I actually made 2 trips back and forth on the road. It's called the Alcan between here and Alaska. Came down here, found a place to keep them until I got the place that I'm at now built. I was actually, a friend of mine lives in Whitefish, and I'd grown up with her since the 3rd grade, and she was into skijoring. And I messaged her and I said, "Hey, Tracy, I'm going to come up to Whitefish and watch you guys race and help out." She goes, "Well, do you just want to do it?"
This is the one, your first one.
Yeah,
okay,
and I was like,
this.
Okay, I'd love to do it. Didn't think much of it. So her husband had knee surgery and couldn't race. And he said, "Well, I'll take you out on Coco, his horse, and see if you can ride. Make sure you can stay on her, and then we'll find you a skier, and we'll do this." And I was like, okay, that sounds like a good plan. He took me out. I did a couple laps on her. She was fantastic, fast horse. And the next morning, we showed up to the skijor event, had never seen a course, had never done it, but I'm like, I guess I just hang on and go. They found a skier for me that was amazing. He was a junior Olympian, turned out, had also never done it. So we legitimately entered the novice class, right, which is the
lowest.
the lowest class, for beginners. And our first day, we won day money. So there's a couple of different rules, but we won that day in our class. Actually beat the sport time. This kid was an amazing skier. The horse knew what she was doing. I just hung on. And then at night they do what's called a Calcutta, where they auction off the teams based on who they think is going to win the next day. And I didn't think anything of it. Our team went for $14,000, which, and it's all for charity, right? Like it's a lot of these are like local fundraiser groups that put the skijors on.
Which Whitefish is full of. Man, they take care of their own there. I love that city. They do a really good job of building each other up in that city.
They really do. It's such a good group. The people that race up there too are fantastic. And so the next day, we went out and did it again and beat the sport time again. So, it was just kind of like, oh, sorry. And that was a lot. So I got a buckle.
They're like, sandbaggers. There's no way you're not.
That's normal. You would accuse somebody of sandbagging if I didn't know what I was doing. He didn't know what he was doing. But we won and I got a buckle, and I've never raced novice again because I believe you move up when you're ready to.
And her belt buckle is beautiful.
I didn't wear it today, but.
Okay, so I'm sure you just told that story. Explain what this sport is, because there's going to be people listening going,
right.
Wait, what? There's a horse and a skier, and what's the course?
She's the rider.
Mm-hmm. I'm the rider. Alex was a skier this year.
Skier.
It is the thing I number one love about the sport is the people. The people that you meet. It's a cowboy culture and a ski bum culture. I'm not going ski bum, but yes.
Ski bum.
But they have a baby and it turns into this sport.
I'm aspiring to be a ski bum anyway. I'm working hard now so that I can retire to be a ski bum.
Oh, that's amazing. We and so when the cultures come together, and actually, like a lot of people I met this year are English riders. They're not necessarily Western cowboy. They're English. They're from all walks of life. There's a class called the switcheroo where you ride one day and ski the next, and you switch.
You were talking about doing that
if I can figure
Tara.
out the skiing part. Our Tara. So there's just a lot of that kind of culture that comes together. It is unique from, like barrel racing. You'll go out and you'll do your barrels and you do the same pattern and you do it in the dirt. But skijor is different. It's on snow most of the time. This summer or this winter.
Or slush, sand, dirt, rocks.
Yeah, that was a Freudian slip when I said this summer. It was actually this winter. We didn't have any snow, so there was a lot of creative course making. There were a lot of races canceled, but luckily most of the ones that I was involved in weren't canceled. But it is so. The course can be unique. The course can be very different every single time. You would have loved the last course in Camas. Oh my gosh, because you had to jump over the course onto the next part of the course.
I saw that.
So there's, your conditions are different. Your courses are different. Your people, if a horse gets injured, you bring in a new horse. And so there's so many variables that go along with it. And you have to work as a team. And you have to get your horse ready as a team. And, my horse likes to go all out as fast as she can, but I'm not going to do that.
Name of her
so Pepper is my quarter horse.
She is spicy and she is peppery.
I love it.
And beautiful.
Yeah. And then this year, one of my friends, her horse just decided she wasn't going to do it anymore. And so I pulled Duncan, my little Mustang, out of retirement. He wasn't really retired. He was just sitting around getting fat. And he won about $2,000 this year coming out of retirement. And so I was very proud of him. It's just a very unique, but really it starts with the people. I mean, it wouldn't be the sport that it is without everybody kind of working together as a group. There's a lot of competition. I mean, there's some people get competitive and go head to head with each other.
There is amazing.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you hug it out. And
and the riders, and it is a small family. And then to see the crowds that you draw,
it's been crazy.
I mean, it's definitely a spectator sport for sure.
It wasn't like that. When I started 4 years ago, it was, if you wanted to go to a race, you could just sign up and go. And now this year, I think, like the Driggs race, I want to say they had 6,000 spectators. and they sold out in 9 minutes of opening, like, because everybody was right there getting in, signing up.
That's phenomenal, Indrid.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and so to give you an idea too of the Saturday versus Sunday, they flip the order, the course changes. So then obviously with the weather, your conditions change. So there's really like so many variables. You're not ready for it. Not that it would have been nice to practice.
No, you did so well.
All of our
for
practices got canceled because of weather, but there is a lot that goes into it. But was there 159 or 169 total entries?
Yeah.
So that's how many skiers are going. Teams.
Yeah, and it's about 20 seconds to run, depending on the course.
20 to 30, yeah.
20 to 30 seconds. And then if somebody gets injured, that takes a little longer to clear them off. If somebody protests their run, like they are...
There's a pause.
The judge says you missed a gate and you don't. Yeah, there's a pause. But it is pretty continuous.
Pretty fast.
So fast-paced, unique. And I think for people, they don't realize especially how much... a horse is an athlete also.
Right.
Oh, it is.
If you don't recognize these sports, like horse racing or skijoring or other ways that horses are used, you don't realize how athletic the horse can be too.
They get a lot of better care than we do too. My horse has $600 shoes on. I don't own a pair of $600 shoes. She gets vet visits. She gets the best food,
she gets her little
nutrition,
vitamins.
Gets her vitamins, and I'm not unique. Everyone takes care of their horses. I know there's a lot of controversy out there right now because horses fall down. They fall down on snow and ice, but mine have been out running in their pasture and fall, it's just their horses. But they are really well taken care of.
They're loved.
Yeah, they get put up in stalls at night. I'm sleeping in the horse trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Gina, you really are a tough girl because she sleeps in the horse trailer like no other. I'm like, I could not do that.
Yeah, you can tell she's a cowgirl.
Yeah.
Well, you have hats. That helps. And we wear hats all day long, so you don't have to.
Stay a little bit warmer.
You don't wear
get
the
a shower.
horse blanket with the eyes.
No, if you don't get a shower, the cowboy hat comes in clutch.
Comes in handy.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Okay, so for people who want to kind of find out more about this sport, where would they go to? What do they look up?
Oh my gosh, the internet's full of resources now. There's a gentleman named Jed Moore who I run with who just put out a great slide deck he's calling the Skijor Manifesto, and it really is kind of a rules of the game from a social perspective. He doesn't go into, rope lengths because every race has a rope length that the skier uses.
You have to take it and get it measured.
Yeah, there's rigging on the saddle that the rope connects to that can be unique. There's rope management that the skier... I always talk about, the rider has a tough job getting there because we've got horses, food, everything to manage. But once we get there, our job's easy. It's the skiers that have to manage the rope and get the right skis and, pick the right equipment out that way. We just have to make sure our horses the footing's good or we've got the right footing on and we're going. So there are a ton of resources just like reaching out to anybody that skijors. And everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an idea on what works the best. But there's all kinds of Facebook groups out there for skijoring. There's not really one specific, although I did see there's a clinic.
That Pro Skijor.
The Pro Skijor is the circuit that we just finished, and those guys have all gone home. I wouldn't say call them now. Give them a couple weeks.
Yeah, they need a break.
They're recovering.
Yeah, Tara Bell is a fantastic resource for skiers. Riders. I'm happy to answer any questions. It's a community that's willing to help. I did see that there's a clinic in Pennsylvania coming up.
Yeah, and Tara, you mentioned Tara. I would like to have her on as well, Julie. She is thinking about putting together a retreat to teach people how to skijor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay, so I have a question for you, Alex. When you were skijoring, I would think that the skiing portion was just second nature to you for how much you've skied.
It's so different.
Is it really
so
different?
It's different for getting pulled because I can be a technical skier, but I injured myself. I'm still in boots. I cannot even I sprayed my ankle the morning of, like I stepped in a hole and it was black and blue and like it's a 3rd-degree sprain. It's bad.
Yeah.
So I could look at video of me. I was not bending. I was not getting low. And technically I needed to be lower just to hold the rope and have the right torque and rope management, like Gina said. Again, with practice, I could do it because I can ski so fast with my eyes closed at Target because there's foggy half the time.
Yeah.
But it's just different. And you have a horse pulling you. You have a course that's changing, conditions changing. Because I went early Sunday, so it was kind of icy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I went at 5:30 at night on Saturday.
It had been all broken up. Yeah.
I took a ice slush clod to the face right before the end, which is when I let go of the rope because I just didn't know what hit me. It shot up from the horse because I was getting closer to the horse. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Luckily, it wasn't a shoe because that happens.
That'll happen too.
So, I mean, you're just like, okay, what was that?
Yeah.
You know?
So I didn't even think about that being a potential injury. But the part watching you that freaks me out is grabbing the ring.
Oh.
Do people ever hurt their hands really
no.
bad?
I lost a whole set of nails on.
It did kind of sting. I think the rope hurts more if you get a rope burn. So we wear these sticky gloves, and I burnt through one pair and bought a new pair for the second time. Saturday they wore great. Sunday when I lost it, I mean it was just faster Sunday morning. There's just a lot. But I like challenges, so that's the thing. I am like, oh, I just wish I could have practiced.
Yeah,
because I feel like I would have more knowledge.
So you would totally do it again?
Yeah, I've never had more adrenaline than the Sunday when I finished the line in Sun
and then
Valley.
there's the fashion that's right up your alley.
I
too.
like and I like all
so
the
fun.
dressing. Yeah, I got all my stuff ready, but when I crossed, because I've crossed a lot of finish lines in my life with biking, racing, all the things, and that was the most adrenaline I've ever had because I was so scared. And I actually held on and I did it. I was just like, don't let go.
Yeah, we had a finish.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
don't know. It is addicting.
So the spectators, let's talk about that for a second because they do come now decked to the nines in cowboy culture, which I love. It's so cute. How close are they to the event? Do they get to stand right up on it? Are they right near the course?
It depends on the venue. I really like Driggs because our return, the rider and skier return, goes in front of the crowd, but there's that departure. In Camas over this weekend, they were right there, and it was not comfortable.
That made you nervous.
For your horses too, right?
No, because they were right there where the skiers were, but we had a skier crash, and the rope actually whipped out and hit somebody in the crowd. So they were fine. Everything was good, but it was one of the, because it's 33 foot of rope, right? So it's
going to move.
If you don't have somebody
whips
on there, and even sometimes if you do. So I participate in what's called the Big Air this year, and it's where you pull your skier or a skier, and they launch off a jump and do the flips, and that's a lot of the social media that you'll see out there is the Big Air competition. And my skier, the rope, like he was getting ready to let go, and the rope wrapped around his arm, and he still got some pretty big air, but it's unnerving.
Was that one in Boise?
No, that was in Camas this weekend.
Oh, that was the Big Air, was it?
Yeah, well, they do. So not every race does the Big Air either, but they did do Big Air in Boise as well.
Yeah, I saw some video clips from that, which I did not get Big Air.
There were some
locals.
No, there were some locals from Idaho Falls in that too. So it was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's the crowd can get pretty close. I like having that interaction. I love seeing the kids. My horse loves the kids, and so that's really fun. And they'll do events Friday night and Saturday night, usually, and invite people to come and meet everybody.
Yeah,
get involved in the crowd. Get involved in the group, I mean.
Yeah, and the athletes are all so unique. Like we've been talking about, we just need to do a book on all of them because we've got athletes that are, like I said, dressage riders, that are ranchers, that raise rabbit meat,
And Allie that I met, Alessandra, she's like a helicopter pilot.
Yeah. And there's just
what an eclectic group of people.
So wild.
And all so nice.
Yeah.
They're just so nice. I did like in Driggs, the space where we got to come back to, because even though I didn't like do amazing, they're all cheering you
Everybody.
on and cowbells playing and you could high five them and as you're
How
being
fun.
pulled back by a ski or whatever.
Yeah. I don't think it would be, I think most people, this wouldn't be a stretch. I think most people would believe this is a good group of people. I mean, cowboy culture is full of like really good-hearted people.
Right.
So that would totally make sense that this is a fun group of people that are getting together.
Yeah,
at these
I mean,
different...
I in Bozeman, I got bucked off. It wasn't my horse; it's a different horse, and ended up in the hospital on Saturday. But then Sunday, of course, I wasn't going to ride that same horse, and so the word got out that I had 2 ski poles with no horse, and right away people were like, "Here, take this horse, take that horse,
borrow
and,
this horse."
Yeah, and that to let somebody ride your, in some cases $50,000 horses. Or better.
Let's tell them about the heartbeat thing because I thought that was interesting. Because I only got a race one time on Saturday and one time on Sunday, and then you would think if you could race more, you'd get the tries in and do better, right? Yeah. So there's a rule. There's a way you can.
Yeah, and a lot of people push the boundaries of that rule a little bit, but it's the 3 heartbeat rule, right? You have your horse, your rider, and your skier. And you have to change one of those heartbeats up to form a new team. So you can change the horse up, keep the same rider skier. You can change the skier up, keep the same horse and rider. So yeah, the 3 heartbeat rule. And there's some people like this. There's some people that made it to the finals that I want to say, like Bryson Threat. I think he probably skied 5 times, 6 times. Yeah.
We call him Fabio. He has long blonde hair.
And it's flowing behind him as he's skiing.
And big muscles.
He had a bad wreck his last run, and I do cryotherapy.
Yeah,
I have a cryotherapy machine. So there's a video, and he had hit his chin and bruised up pretty bad. So, but there's a video of me cryoing his chin and jaw, and his hair's flying back. And yeah, there were a lot of crazy adventures. My friend Michaela had a horse come over the top of her. I'll have to show you that video. It's wild. She's okay, but. Yeah, no, lots of just bizarre things.
Well, and in Bellevue, there was that horse that jumped back and your friend got hurt.
Yeah.
Then they had to leave too. So
high stakes sport.
Yeah. But it doesn't happen very often where people get hurt. But every once in a while, like for some reason yesterday, it was just that kind of weird energy. I mean, it was still good. But it was like, oh, that just happened. Oh, that just happened too.
Yeah. Well, we don't have much time left. Tell us, in general, what has this sport taught you? How have you become the person you are by participating in this sport?
I have met so many amazing people that everybody that you meet has a story, and everybody that you meet has something to offer. So I've just met some amazing people with very diverse backgrounds. That, I know somebody now that I can call if I want, to get fresh beef because he raises beef cattle. I know somebody that sells medical equipment, so if I need that. But for the most part, if I just want somebody, I have a friend that her boyfriend is Mustang Matt, who's a famous Mustang trainer. So if I need tips on that, but I think what I've learned is more of the courage to go and do something that you've never done before. I'm going to be 60. I'm trying to think of when. So that 4 years ago. So 56 was when I started racing. And I started something brand new. And it's never too late. And I have a lot of, we have a class in Skijoring called the Century class, where both the rider and the skier have to equal 100 years or more of age. And I race with a gentleman.
Which we are that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we could do
yeah.
that. And so I race with a gentleman that's 67. His name's Troy, and he's fantastic. And he won me a couple of second place spots. We're going to change that up and go for first next year. But so it's never too late to start something. And I think I've kind of taken that into, I started mounted shooting, which is a whole nother topic.
Shooting from the horse.
Shooting from the horse, shooting balloons from the horse, yeah.
Wow.
And just things that I
you love this, Julie, because we're like this. I threw my hat in the ring at 52, and people thought I was crazy.
Okay, I'm just coming the next time with your friends. I am going to wear all of my beautiful
furs.
hat that I bought in Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear the whole thing
Yep.
come the next time when you do this, because you're speaking my language here.
Yeah,
this would be so fun.
I commend you, Gina, for moving and then just restarting this whole life and creating an amazing thing.
Yeah.
I raised all my kids. I did all the things. I thought I was in a relationship for the long term. Turned out to not be the case. And it was like, okay, I had a roadmap laid out for my life that was not necessarily this. I mean, I've always kind of been adventurous, but then it was like, I don't really have anything else to lose. And it was just time to do some different things. And I haven't necessarily gone out seeking this. It kind of comes to me like the gunslinger thing. Our club is the Gem State Gunslingers. I met this girl on Facebook. She was like, yeah, let's go out and do it. That's equally addicting. Although it's unfortunately there's no skiing to it.
I'm sure we would, because we just both did our tactical training this summer.
Oh yeah,
Shooting,
it's a 45 revolver and it's Wild West, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So just I would just encourage people not to be afraid because of your age. I mean, I've worked really hard to stay fit.
Yes.
Because that's important.
Yeah, she trains at F45.
Yeah,
right?
but even if you don't want to, take on a new business venture, take on a nonprofit, anything that you want to do that you're never too old.
Yay.
Love
See,
that.
we're never too old.
Never too old.
And then shameless plug, you can cut this out if you want to later. I'll say it again. So shameless plug. She dates Jeff Roper.
Oh, she does.
And
That's an adventure in itself.
yes, and has for a while. And he is the MC at a lot of the events. So it was fun to have that layer in with there's Jeff Roper from work,
who's
from
so
weather.
good, wicked good at what he does. So
it's
I
so
bet that's
funny.
so fun.
He kept us all laughing, and
Yeah.
everyone was just in stitches the whole time. So that made the event even more fun.
We actually have two more that he's doing, one in Boulder and one in Du Bois, Wyoming.
Oh, wow.
So he got hired on to do those, and I wasn't going to race, and now I'm like, maybe I'm not done for the year.
So when are
we'll
those
see.
coming up?
The week after next, so we've got the Teton Horse Expo next week. Week after that is Boulder, Wyoming, and the very last weekend in March is the Du Bois.
Oh, wow.
one. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we wish you the best of luck
Thank you
on
so
all
much.
of those. And thank you so much for coming
Yes,
here
thank
today.
you.
Thanks for
Love
having
learning
me. It
new
was
things.
fun. I'm so glad I got to meet you. And
I know.
we got a long
more
career ahead of
and-
us.
Yeah,
We're going to take the Mountain West over.
Yeah.
love it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Gina Weymiller is aided by multiple sponsors. We wanted to make sure we included Salt, Hydration, and Wellness, Mountain West, and A Room Boutique.